Oh, the joys of mobile development. Oh, where did it go? Yeah, I can't even force quit the simulator. It's just not responding. So I have my phone to show, and I got things to show. My mother's phone was working, and now it's not. And it's a buzzer beater, so I have to submit what I have. Is mic recording good? And so on Monday, Tuesday, I managed to build like a full feature app. Well, full feature. I had DMs working, notifications offline to a degree, notifications kind of broken. I have shored up that. I'm very proud of the offline capabilities that I have. It works as you would expect. When you go offline, there's indicators on both ends. You have instant offline, online presence. The works, I just can't show that now. It's unfortunate. So let me zoom this up. And Wednesday and Thursday I actually spent very little coding. I did shore up some of those issues, wanted a solid engineering base, and then I added like custom emojis was a fun thing. But I actually was spending all my time learning RAG, learning vector embeddings and store and everything involved with that, figuring out what pipeline I wanted, investigating Vercel's AI SDK, OpenAI, laying chain, laying graph, all of that. And I arrived at wanting to do and implementing Vercel AI SDK. So I did create here, actually, there, let me take my cam back down and then I'll walk through the app. I did create a Next.js backend that is serving the API for the AI. And I have several actions like chatting with the AI, which I didn't quite get the front end working for this demo. I had 2 hours tonight of the most absurd issues with Metro and Expo in my computer ever. Anyway, I built the front end, it's just not fully integrated yet. Processing messages, searching, summarizing. So let me take a step back. I chose to implement the persona of the remote team professional in order to help facilitate thread management, project management as a whole. And I spent Wednesday and Thursday thinking very big picture because I want this app to be, I want to utilize it. I want my teams to utilize it, my nonprofits, the freelancing things I'm doing, and then this like Starscape thing that I want to keep going with. So I spent a lot of time thinking really far ahead. As far ahead as I am building. I've kind of designed out my own Trello of sorts, Kanban. But not only that, it lives on its own in its own place, and I surface it through the front end in the Canvas app that I built last week and within the chat app. So as we're chatting and there's action items, it'll create a card and it'll assign it to the person. And so I'm going to implement Clerk for an SSO, for just like an overall Starscape SSO. So I'm so excited for that. I am kind of teasing it early right now. But as such, I went all the way and then I spent time really refining the data models, the modeling, and creating seed scripts. And I chose to, in order to make this more fun for me, I chose to use names of characters from my favorite video game, The Legend of Dragoon from the year 2000, as the names of the employees and freelancers and all those involved in the project management. Oh man, this video is really not the highest quality. I apologize with the. So I did that, and then I seeded like 80, I think it was 80, 90 conversations that they're having amongst themselves and to each other in DMs and groups. And then, once I had all that seeded, I then created the API endpoints and I seeded it in the Firestore and I seeded it into Vector in Upstash that's linked to Vercel. And then I ran these endpoints. So what I was just showing you here, let me pull this back down. For example, I can curl locally search Starscape issues from related to this, the messages from this user. And it works great. In fact, let's just go ahead and have this run. You see it on the screen? Here, let me push this up. Hey. It's broken on the demo. No. Okay, action items, because this is definitely working. Yes, action items was working. Very strange that this didn't work. Oh, because there's no issues. I fixed search. Smart search wasn't that smart. It was just returning anything related to Starscape. But because I made it more smart, the word issues doesn't pop up. So let me just write Starscape. And it will return us. Boom. A DM to Lavitz where I said, "You've done incredible work bringing this vision to life. Starscape is becoming real." So I was having so much fun using real data, talking about Starscape, where they're talking about this chat app. They're talking about the Canvas app. Anyway, let me get more into the features. Let me just go to the mobile app now, because I really just can rant forever, and this is way too long. So I have a dashboard. The dashboard has unread messages, which goes, it's not fully linked up. At 12 was a dummy thing, but it does take me to the messages, the pings. Priority, which zooms down to the priority messages. This will be linked up to the projects. Action items. I then also have a link to Starscape Nebula because I want to integrate it like fully. It goes to the website. It's deployed at canvas.starscape.app. So I have whispers. And in here, I can react with emojis. And these are custom emojis that we have added in the Gauntlet Slack. They're really taking their time loading for the first time. We're going to add that. And there it goes. It appears. And I can also extract action. I can say generate the action items from this conversation. Boom. And I also have it so that it's checking for duplicates. Like if it already exists in the database, it doesn't do it again. And it, I, I think I have to. I just did it tonight. I hope it's saving time and tokens in the process. But these action items will then be generated as cards in the Kanban system. It just goes. It's great. I'm having so much fun. And then we can go to the group chats. And the group chats also populated with a lot of data. Doing action items pulls up more action items. You can go here and see the list of users, the presence. It has me online. I can leave groups successfully. I'm not going to do that here because then to be added back to the group and stuff. I have a little more comprehensive profile screen. The roles, the skills. I also have time zone. Oh, system messages, so I can have a custom system message. Testing the app. And time zones. And the time zones are integrated, at least on the back end so far, with the calendar. There's a basic, it's not hooked up to Google Calendar yet. It just has suggested times, and it'll say, oh, but this person is an hour ahead of you, or vice versa. And when you view other people's profiles, it'll show same time zone, or it'll say 1 hour ahead or 1 hour behind. It's fantastic. Then I also, as a bonus thing, have this terminology style because people are used to home, notifications, DMs, groups. I thought that was kind of normal. And I'm going for this whole cosmic theme. So I go here, and you can see at the bottom, boom, pings, whispers, star clusters, horizon. I have a whole terminology nomenclature map um, to share and to show. So yes, I have a lot of really cool features. This is me viewing their profile, last seen recently. Oh, it looks like non-hours. That used to say same time zone. That broke. That's what I have so far. The offline capabilities I'm going to show in a better video. I'll show the two screens. I'll show the read receipts, which I had in the MVP demo, so I probably don't have to show that. I'm already ranting for far too long. Very excited. I'm gonna keep working on it all weekend. I've done nothing else except gym and cook this week. and I'm gonna keep going because I'm really having the time of my life. And part of it is the Starscape thing and the my favorite video game characters and such. But also I'm learning the rag stuff, all these things that I've been honestly intimidated to go learn on my own this summer. And now I'm getting it. Now I'm loving it. Now I'm thinking about other applications. And wow, the tremendous amount of value I can bring to a company after I graduate here. That's what I'm looking forward to as well. So thanks for watching this. It's a 10-minute rant. I'm hitting a buzzer beater. I don't want to do this. I don't want to make a habit of this. Yeah, stay tuned for the video on Sunday.